Hi all. 2 packages came from eBay today. It's not going to be many comics, but closer to getting a couple more. Series finished. Come on. Now let's see what this one is. Garbage. Preview for The Girl Who Will Be Death. Actually 2 copies. I needed 1, so now I actually need 1 issue, and then this series will be finished. I need the last issue for that series. Now, wow, talking about a lot of blue tape, no tabs. I always say tabs. It makes it easier to unbox the stuff. So many people don't do it. It takes 2 seconds to flip over an edge just enough so you can peel it off. Okay, now here's what I got out of this lot. Fright Night #1. Welcome to Fright Night. Fright Night #3. X-Men vs. Dracula, Mutants vs. Monsters. And then Flashpoint Green Arrow Industries. Actually, when I get all my orders, I'll have all the Flashpoint miniseries going throughout the whole series done. Well, not really, because I still need the second print Green Lantern Abin Sur. Sir. But a lot of this stuff would be like I already entered all these into my database. These kids do. I tell you. This has got to go upstairs. That's garbage. Throw that over there. But that does it for this edition. And as always, I thank you all for viewing it. Oh, the kids ruined the puzzle, and of course nobody told me. Thank God it wasn't one of my collectible like ones. It's Norman Rockwell puzzle that I don't know where I got it from. They must have soaked it in water because it is freaking sopping. I got the fan going, but I think it's not going to dry this out. And of course, they also, here's a dry erase marker, no cap, laying on the floor. I found my exact, I can't, my grandkids, I want to just strangle them. They don't even ask, they just take stuff, and I'm at the point where I've been telling them, I don't want them doing that. I'm gonna have to start, I guess, putting locks on my going downstairs and going up in the attic, and also going. Well, I already have a lock on the garage, but they already know. Oh, grab Pop's keys and go. I'm like, so I'm gonna have to carry my keys on me. Sad. 9 and 7, and it's like they don't. It's like, yeah, I think it's the age where you should be able to start doing stuff that you know better. And they still got the bloody cat problem, and I'm just like totally disgusted. Yeah, today too. I also had a colonoscopy in the morning. I claimed they did the cleanse last night, and then while I was right before the surgery, I went to walk. I asked them to go to the bathroom. As I was walking, I almost passed out. They told me it was from dehydration, which I don't know how, because I drank a lot yesterday. And I'm glad this after the thing we went out to eat, because I was freaking starving. But I do have another box from Dan coming. I have a box from my comic shop, Cyberspace Comics. And I forgot the other two. It's sad because I'll be needing one issue to finish Alien vs. Predator. I had the whole series. Number 3 disappeared, so I had to rebuy that. I look at all the comic books that disappeared over my lifespan. And of course, my brother always denied it. Now, my brother passed away, and it's like, my dad still believes him. And I'm like, how can you believe a person that did drugs and stole so much stuff over the years? Found out over his life, there was a guy, I talk about Mr. Pritchett a lot. Found out my brother and a friend of his broke into his garage and stole a bunch of cards, and I ended up getting the Jaws stickers, and I was telling Mr. Pritchett about it, and Mr. Pritchett told me they were stolen off of him. I was going to give them back. He told me keep them. He goes, I already know it was your brother, and he didn't like my brother. And I'm like, well, I don't blame him for what my brother did. I also told Mr. Pritchett about how certain comic books disappeared from my collection, and he tried to tell me I didn't have them, and my mom knew, because my mom and me, when we used to go, I used to have the booklet, and I used to check off all the comics, so I knew what I had. And I mean, when I moved here, the whole 100 issues of New Mutants missing just the 2 keys, first Cable and first Deadpool. Come on, it's like. Sometimes missing whole series. Like, I had Justice, I had NYX 1, 2, 3, and of course they're gone. It's like amazing, the issues, that this just evaporated into thin air. I get disgusted. In fact, haven't talked to my dad since he decided he wants to sell my mom's house, my mom and my grandparents' house, because he always said that house would be my daughter's, and that's the only one that's left. Is my dad had 2 kids. My brother had no kids, and then I had 1 daughter. And my brother always said the house would go to her, and just like this house would go to her. But my dad wants to sell it, and I'm like, oh, just like my mom's jewelry. You were supposed to give the money to Lexi, and my dad kept all the money after he sold all my mom's jewelry. So I already know when my dad dies and he meets my mom in heaven, my mom's gonna freaking beat the living tar out of him, because it's just not right. He lets his wife dictate everything, his new wife dictate everything to him. And I'm like, yeah, she don't want you driving an hour to do work here, come help me. Or when he was going up to Old Forge to help my brother out. But she had him drive to Florida, from Pennsylvania to Florida, to help her brother. So that's why I say big hypocrite. Plus, two, she gets paid to play. You know, she comes off as this religious person. She gets paid to play in a church. When I used to give comic books to the church for free. You know, for the kids, as you know, for Sunday school, if they did good, they got to, you know. But I stopped because nobody appreciates anything really anymore. It's like craziness. I mean, I'm just at the point where, you know, I even told my dad, I told him, I said, you know, you're doing the same stuff Grandpa and Grandma Carnivale used to do to me and my brother. They bought, when my cousins were, I'm going to tell you this story. My cousins were born, my grandparents bought them a swing set. And they always promised my mom and my dad when they had kids, they'd buy us a swing set. Lo and behold, my mom and my dad had me and my brother. They reneged. In fact, my grandfather, when I turned 18 and graduated, he had a 1956 Cadillac Eldorado in his garage on blocks. He told me I can have it. 1 week before I happened to graduated and turned 18 in the same week, he sold the week before for $5,000. I never ever believed anything my grandparents. That's I think one of the reasons why I have a hard time. My mom believed everybody and my mom always got burned. And I grew up like my mom, but when it came to certain members of the family, when they ever told me something, I never believed them, like my grandparents. And pretty much my dad's side of the family, the only person I ever believed was my Uncle Augie and my Uncle Pat. But it's just, and in fact, out of my Uncle Pat, I got a couple knives and some belt buckles, which I'll save. My dad's like, sell them. I'm like, I don't sell stuff people give me. I never will, because and he's my friend Lou. It's like, my friend Lou gets it. It's like a reminder, you know, it's there, it's cemented in my, you know, hey, Lou gave me that back in 1991. You know, he gave me the Alien doll, he gave me the two Shogun Warriors, Godzilla, and what was his name? Arrow. And, you know, or was it Raiden? I can't remember. It's the guy that has the thing and he looks like an arrow. He shoots a thing out of his chest. And he's got a big disc on one arm. Because I know I don't have Dragoon, I don't have Mazinga, and I don't have Geiki. But I got Godzilla, and I got, what was it, the Raiden guy, or whatever the hell his name is. He also gave me Electronic Spider-Man with the winch, Spider-Man helicopter, Big Jim truck, Big Jim playset, a G.I. Joe Fonzie. I mean, I'll never forget Lou and all the stuff that me and Lou have done together, and it's one of these things. It's like my buddy Brian gave me all this He-Man stuff, some GoBots, a couple Thundercat figures, which none of them are complete, but eventually I'll get them complete one day. Because they all know I appreciate this stuff, and I'll never get rid of it. My buddy Al's always buying me stuff when he calls me up. Hey, do you need this? Oh, it's you, Peanut, up there. Peanut's up on top knocking all my stuff down off my god darn dresser. And that's my daughter's cat. And I hate him. I basically got to take everything down off my shelves, because that cat's like destroying everything. I'm like, I'm not an animal lover. I am, but I'm not. I love animals when they're somebody else's. I believe, you know, you should, if you're going to have one, not 3, 5, 10, 21, you know. I mean, my daughter, I probably, I'll keep that pot deck, I get a rabbit. And then I always fell for the stupid crap. Yeah, as long as you take care of it. Oh, I will, Dad. A couple months later, guess who's stuck taking care of it? Me. And I don't want it. Well, the rabbit died, so that was one animal less. The last one cat, but still got like 20 some more to go. She keep telling the kids, don't let them in the house. They come running in. In fact, last night I went to take the dogs out. I'm taking the dogs out. 4 cats come running in the house. And I'm like, take the dogs out, come back in, trying to chase the cats to put them outside. It was like the Fred Flintstones. You know, you take the cat jumps through the window and he locks you out. And I'm like trying to get the cat, one cat, two cat come in, try to throw another cat out, another cat comes in. I'm like, oh, yeah. It's like a vicious cycle. Nuts. That's like, feel like saying the guy, you know, the general from Bastogne, or the colonel, whatever his name was, when the Nazi said surrender, and his response was nuts. I mean, just insane stuff. But I'm trying. I was up in the attic yesterday for maybe like an hour. I just couldn't handle it, the cleanse. Wednesday, I actually was up there for a couple hours trying to get boxes, trying to get stuff put away. Because I'm still sorting a lot of stuff. I got a lot of dividers to make. But I'm getting there. It's like, you know, every little series I finish off is one more closer. I think I got like 600 and some series finished. But then, you know, I'm never going to finish Action Comics. At least I have almost a 300 book run. I'm never going to finish Amazing Spider-Man. I got one book coming that'll finish the $3.99. I need 3 issues to finish the $2.99. And they're all like, I think it was a 201. They're all like between 200 and 210. So they're like all in that range. It's like same thing like Captain America. It's one of the I mean I just got to sit there and I got to take my time and actually make a hit list of what issues, you know, I need. Like when I was happy when I finished the Silver Age Hawkman, because I have Volume 1 and Volume 2 done. I'm 4 issues from 5 volumes of Aquaman being finished. And I actually have a lot of Volume 6 and Volume 7. But I'm never going to finish 7 because there's too many variants. It's like nuts. It's like nuts. And as my buddy Lou would say, really? So, you know, it's just, you know, and I figure, like I keep saying, I want a museum, but I'm 55 now. Will I ever probably see my museum? You don't know. I got a lot of stuff for it. I always also tell my daughter and her boyfriend, I said, listen, if I die tomorrow, you can open up a collectible shop. You have enough comic books. You have enough cards, baseball, football, basketball, hockey, non-sports, playing cards. You have board games. You have video games. There's glasses. There's lunch boxes. There's Pez dispensers. There's beanies. Bambinos, toys out the wazoo, Matchbox, Hot Wheels, Ertl, Maisto, jelly jars, cereal boxes. I have a lot of stuff that's like little, like, you know, off the wall patches, pins, a lot of posters, autograph cards. I mean, statues, bust. I mean, I can keep going. Dungeons and Dragons stuff, miniatures. A lot of them are painted now too, so it's a good thing. Because painted miniatures always go more for unpainted. And I actually thought a lot of them we did a great job on. In fact, when I get all said and done, hopefully I can actually. I wish I could actually start doing like an online museum. Because why go, you know, like I do the thing, oh, here's issue number 1. I actually want to change all that format eventually and actually do a synopsis of every issue. Like the writer, the pencil, the inker, you know, who, you know, all that stuff, who did the cover, and do that for each issue when I post it up and show it. That's going to be a lot of work. I got to get a new computer. I got to get, you know, I also want to do, I don't want to do talks about new comics, because as far as I'm concerned, I half the storylines is just like recycled. I'm like, I'd rather do old story stuff, like Crisis, Legends, the Nocturna series with Batman, Batman Year 1, Batman Year 2, The Killing Joke, You know, stuff like that. You know, Superman, The Secret Year, a lot of the older series that came out, Batman, Shadow of the Bat, you know, stuff like all that, all those little 4-issue runs. And actually delve into stuff like why did Sonic's Disruptors end up being like cut short and stuff like that. And Peanut. This is my daughter's cat, Peanut. He's probably mixed with a little Maine Coon because this cat's a solid cat. He likes to get in trouble. He likes to beat up all the other cats in the house, too. Which I keep telling my daughter I want to get rid of him, but nope, it's her cat, so I have no say. Now, I like my cat, Pumpkin, which is the same color cat, but he's got eye problems because he had, was that... Oh, man, it starts with a D. It just popped into my thing when he was a kitten, and I tried cleaning his eyes. I had to get him and Kissy-Fur. Kissy-Fur's missing one eye, and my Pumpkin's got two, like, foggy eyes. And I love my Pumpkin, because my Pumpkin's actually a really... I don't see him doing a lot of stuff he's not supposed to do, which is good. Now, the other cats I do, and I can't stand them. But... that's it for now, and as always, thank you all for viewing and subscribing.